Waiting
what
to
the
listen.
fuck are you doing? How are you going to ask me? What the fuck do you think you're doing? We're here to start the revolution. Aren't you here for the same reason?
Ain't you that's mad, it's the world we live in, and it's the people who run it.
I actually think they are lizards, you know. I think David Icke is right.
Insanity has become normal.
Dirty lizard bastard!
Let's see if we can get a question out of Ike. Here he is.
Go on, David.
I think the turning point is wider mainstream public awareness, and at a time when people are starting to realise they're being stitched up.
What do you reckon, Ike? Do you reckon they're drinking virgin blood up there? What do you reckon they're up to?
What do you think about Ike's assertion that they're actually in there turning into lizards and drinking virgin's blood?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that probably isn't the case.
Can I ask you, are you a big David Icke fan?
Until this moment, I've never met him. But I have
you don't have to have me. You
watched the People's Voice.
Do you truck with David Icke that there's a good possibility that they're in there drinking virgin's blood and turning into lizards, or is that just a little bit too beyond?
You know, I think maybe some of them definitely come from the what you call the more reptilian side of the human race.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon about the lizards then?
It's a bit extreme for me.
Do you think there's a possibility that they could be a different species? Yes. There's a possibility they're a different species. Do you think?
Well, some of them are more or less human.
It's a possibility.
I think there's a very distinct possibility they may either crossbred or part of a different species.
Isn't it nice to kind of suppose? I mean, what if he's right?
I think he makes you.
She's one of them, is she? She's one of them.
Check my tongue.
Oh no, you got to have shape-shifting eyes. Let's have a quick look at your eyes. Oh, they're beautiful.
I'd like to be when I'd be very powerful. I don't think I'd be a police officer.
But of course, some of them are reptilian.
What is actually going on here is a vampires convention.
I mean, are they to say Ike's seeming to suggest that they're a different species, that they're lizard shapeshifters?
Fourth dimensional shapeshifters. You know, I'm not anti that idea. I mean, I think it's quite probable. You know, I mean, they're certainly, you know, far removed from humans.
What do you reckon they're doing up there? Do you reckon they're shape-shifting up there?
No, I don't, if I'm honest.
You don't think they're what about drinking virgin's blood?
No, I don't probably.
Now, I've heard a good one. Apparently the royal family, because they suffer from diphtheria and several blood diseases, right? And apparently they drink virgin's blood. What do you reckon about that? They're actually vampires. What do you reckon?
I don't think so. I think
if they were, all right, let's just suppose for a moment.
Yep.
If they were, could you arrest them?
For drinking virgin's blood.
There's been an arrest warrant put out for the Queen. Now, do you think it's possible to arrest the Queen?
I think it's difficult to arrest the Queen.
Murdering children and drinking their blood.
That question first. Who are they murdering? Whose blood have they got?
I think the first stage of the process, there's two important things that are happening. One is the truth is being brought to the surface.
These are the people named there.
Cardinal Ratzinger.
Yeah, the last pontiff.
We're seeing exposure, and then people are saying, and we know somebody's accounting.
If you go down the list here, Elizabeth Windsor, alias Queen of England.
And although these guys, you see them arrive in their big flashy cars, and they like to think they're very powerful and they're very strong and everything else, but when the spotlight's put on them and people are pointing a finger and say, we know what you've been up to, they start getting very fearful.
Well, you might be a hero by the end of that. Look, Stephen Harper,
Bishop Rowan Williams.
That's right.
Queen Elizabeth.
They've been genociding the Canadian Mohawks. Who swear an oath to uphold common law under Magna Carta. They set up their own common law.
I swear an oath to the Queen. Protect the Queen's peace, protect property.
Instead of being Queen.
Alright.
Technically, the Queen.
Right, okay, well, there's a lot of children gone missing from Haute de la Garenne. Do you know about that?
No, where is that?
That's on Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Savile apparently was stealing children from the royal family. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I haven't even got an opinion on that. I've never heard that story before.
Oh, no. You see, you're learning something here. You see, you're learning something.
Am I doing all right?
You're doing pretty good. Yeah, yeah. We've got a conspiracy theorist copper here.
I think he was a master procurer of children, and his job was the Pied Piper to suck in senior people in government positions of power in order to entrap them. And you just ask, how can you get into a hospital for children and abuse the children?
Even after Jimmy Savile? Even after the revelations of Jimmy Savile?
I think, look, I mean, you don't have to go scouring around for such views to find what's going on there distasteful.
Yeah.
You find it distasteful purely on the grounds of politics.
Their sort of blatantness, if you will, to be out there, to be sort of in your face, to have David Cameron go on camera and say, oh, we want to have transparency for the press. There's no transparency. There's a wall between us. You know, it's not only space, but there's more than space.
You can find it distasteful that serving politicians are there with bank bosses and failing to declare it in the transparency data.
And then there's Mandelson. Mandelson. For people watching who are not from this country, Peter Lord Mandelson was the puppeteer of Tony Blair, known as the Prince of Darkness, not without bloody reason. He'll be in there tonight at dinner, Mandelson, rushing to finish his soup before it clots.
You take Tony Blair, he's mincing around the world at the moment, spending, I believe the figure was £600,000 a year on personal security. Why? Because he's terrified. Yeah. And why is he frightened? Because people are now saying that man is a war criminal and he ought to be brought in front of a proper international court.
I guess you might say, makes you feel good that you have this kind of support and that the people are out here trying to break through and understand what's really going on. As I said, that there is a huge gap between what is supposedly transparency, and yet they have everybody here in a corral, just like their horses in a corral.
Of course, yeah.
And there's the exhibit. The exhibit is
there is
number one is Bilderberg.
Now it's so. It's proved, isn't it, that there is a conspiracy. I mean, it's without a shadow of a doubt. They denied it for years. There is a conspiracy. Here it is.
Yeah.
We live in a world that's upside down. We live in a world that is mad while masquerading as sanity. And I'll give you an example. It's a very topical one of the inversion of this world. Sitting here are thousands of loving, caring people who want peace and justice and fairness in the world. Over there is a hotel full of war criminals, parasites, right? Etc. Bankers, need I say more? I think I pronounced it correctly. And the police are protecting them from us. Police, you should be protecting us from them. What are you doing?
So this man's just seen an orb. Carl, tell us about your orb.
Just all seen it. There, it's up there somewhere.
Where is it?
I think it's gone into this cloud, but it's up there somewhere. A little white dot, floating across quite slowly.
Oh, I can't see bugger all.
I can't see it now either. Where the
I'm focusing right in. I can't see nothing.
Shit, where's it gone? It went into the cloud.
Ah, you see. No. Well.
So I asked these guys. This right? That's it.
Who are they coming for? Are they coming for us or them?